Hey, ARESxGOD here, and yeah, this episode of Bleach just truly signifies the end of an era over here. The old guard is pretty much over with this major death we have had in this episode. Probably very obvious from last episode, and also just an insane reveal towards the end of this episode, but just makes you think just how much has happened with Bleach, with seeing Yamamoto, everything, and also the new reveal that has happened this week. I'm gonna talk about it towards the end of the video with the original captains and what happens after this 1,000-year Blood War arc. But yeah, such a good episode. It felt like I blinked and it was over. The last episode was just complete hype and it's a movie quality. This one kind of hurt. I'm gonna be honest. This one hurt and also got me thinking about a lot of things. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, I would have liked to see a bit more of what we saw at the beginning of the episode. We saw some flashbacks with the first fight between Yawatch and Yamamoto and the Soul Society, just the complete insanity that happened there. A very different Yamamoto. Also see a glimpse of all the original GOTY 13, the captains, and we're gonna get back to that, but I would have loved to see a bit more. Maybe we're gonna see something more throughout the series or maybe after this arc, but that just looked like a totally different age and era in Soul Society, and now it's finally at an end here with what happened here. Just even seeing Yamamoto stepping on that mountain of bodies, just heading towards Yawatch, and then cutting instantly from that war zone, literally there with Yamamoto and very young Shuns. Him being very curious at this painting that was at Yamamoto, just and how even Yamamoto put it, think that's a monster that came in when Soul Society was in peril. Pray that it never comes again. Even seeing himself as a monster there in that painting, and then we see the full scene from last episode when it was just cut to black and white. We finally see it here fully. Him being cut down in half. Yamamoto, just everybody senses it, and truly signifying the end of the old world, the end of an era there. Kyoraku getting distracted, probably got wounded very badly after that. Hopefully he's not gonna be one of the captain that dies over here. And what I wanted, just I know it's war, it's there's supposed to be victims, there's supposed to be deaths, there's supposed to be fighting, wounding, disagreements, stealing, betraying, and things like that. But what Yawatch did there, doesn't matter how much you hate a person, especially somebody like Yamamoto, you don't mock him like that. Like, sure, you can mock him verbally a bit, even though he made some good points there. Yawatch, just the way he does not even showing respect to Yamamoto, even cutting his hand there, even didn't consider him as a special threat. And this is why I think Yawatch had a very good point, but I also respect why Yamamoto handled everything the way he did. When Yawatch told him, "You didn't. Why didn't I count you as a special threat?" And we see how powerful Yamamoto is or was. My bad. And I think he said 5, so we have a few more that are not fully revealed. Saying that yes, you didn't restore your hand, with referring to Orihime, which that's a very good point. He really should have restored his hand there had Orihime helped him. But the reason why he didn't, saying you do not want to exploit humans. You always even with Ichigo when they're fighting Aizen there, he didn't want Ichigo there. He didn't want to rely on others, put them in danger, exploit humans. Always tried to carry the burden alone, and that might seem very stoic and somebody of very fitting somebody of his position, but he shouldn't have done that. Imagine if he relied more on others, what situation could have happened there. Maybe this wouldn't have even been the case. And even Yawach saying that the original GOT 13, they were not really captains or god, they're more like crazed killers, used to be some sort of beast, even though the flashback we saw there, yeah, that was a very, very different Soul Society back there. But like I said, while Yawach had a point there, the way he just disrespected Yamamoto's body, just completely obliterating his body, saying peace changed you, now you have something to lose. I'm paraphrasing a bit. No, Yawach, I get it, war is war, but at least have respect for somebody that has been your rival, your arch nemesis, however you wanna call him, for so many years. You do not disrespect somebody's bodies like that. And yeah, fuck you, honestly, Yawach, literally fuck you. No, you do not do that to Yamamoto. But after that, I really hope he's gonna get what's coming to him. After that, finally decides to fully crush Soul Society. They summon more of these foot soldiers, which are kind of powerful, honestly, calling them Soldat. And what I really like the way they handle this, when Ichigo was still in prison there, him sensing the souls disappearing one by one, more and more were getting cut down, dying, and just him becoming more desperate, trying to get out, and just started slashing where he got very wounded inside that jail, and he finally gets out. And even see Akon on the other side, while he was almost dying himself, trying to get him out. And I really liked that sternity there. Hey, my name is Shaz, I'm here to stop you. Ichigo just get the fuck out of my way, just obliterates him completely. And the slow movement that he did there, him not really talking, you can see just, I really like moments like that when not saying something says a lot more than having this speech, this crazy emotion, just being so slow, silent, and really taking in everything that happened. I always like scenes like that, everybody sensing that he was there, even when they all sensed that Yamamoto died, kind of the same way, with the old guard dying and the new one coming in a way signifying that he shows up, rushes to Byakuya, and we see Byakuya is in a bad state, would be an understatement, but him still thinking and asking, I'm happy that Rukia and Renji are still alive, kind of saying his last goodbyes, that he will die, still being full of regret, bad decision, him not being able to protect everybody, him kind of the same way that Yamamoto did, not wanting to involve Ichigo and anybody else, which I feel like they put way too much pressure on them, but I also understand that at the same time. And the way seeing Byakuya like this, in this very vulnerable position, and him being so vulnerable himself, not just physically with all of his wounds, I mean letting all his defenses, walls down, finally being honest with Ichigo, just even saying, I have a final favor from you, please protect the Soul Society. And you just see Ichigo kind of the same way that Yamamoto did, just the Reiatsu, the spirit pressure, him rising, and rain not even hitting him, literally evaporating around him, just the shit is about to go down there. He goes instantly after Yawach, as Yawach was about to leave, and the way even Byakuya said it right after that moment, I didn't even get an answer, but that's okay, I know what kind of a man he is, and entrusts everything to him, letting go of his sword. Now, I really don't think Byakuya is going to die, there's no way, we already lost Yamamoto, one of the, not one, the pillar that held Soul Society together. There's no way Byakuya is going to die, but I feel like him and maybe also Ichigo are gonna have something to deal with after this episode. And yeah, just the way Ichigo instantly confronted Yawach, are you the enemy leader? And Yawach kind of said something very curious, yes I am, but I also am not. He kind of sees himself as the hero probably in his own story, as every villain does. But he admits that he was the one that destroyed the Soul Society, put it in this situation. And man, they sure do know. Bleach, I don't know what series even comes. There's very few series that come close to. You might hate Bleach, you might not like the story. I get that. I love Bleach, but you cannot deny when they're doing fights, they're definitely doing fights. And in this case, yet again, even after the insane episode we had last week, we have Ichigo just going wild versus Yaoch, just going at each other there. Even though Yaoch was more in control of that fight, Ichigo more than put up a fight there, even with the Gechuga Tensho after he was thrown down. And this is where the insanity goes even more, with Yaoch actually stabbing him in the neck. And you see Ichigo a bit lifeless there, almost looking like he died. And he said something very curious. They wanted to take him, revive him, which, okay, apparently they can revive people, and put him under their commander so he can take control of others. But this is where we see Ichigo still moving, and he used the same technique as all of the Quincy's blood, when even Yaoch was shocked to see that happening there, and Ichigo actually charring one of Yaoch's hands there with an attack. But the more they're fighting, the more Ichigo's sword was breaking. Yaoch tried to almost cut his hand, he blocked again with Blood Vein there. And this is where we see a bit of a breakdown as to what exactly happened, thanks to Yaoch giving us some exposition in a way, which I'm glad they did, but it's always I like this part, but I know a lot of people don't like the exposition during the fights and things like that, but I always like it when Yaoch finally saying, should have used an Arankar against you to keep you there. Now your spirit, your Reatsu memories have awoken, your Quincy memories. And the way he explained it there, apparently the more he was scarring, the more Quincy spirit or energy around there went inside him also at the same time, and he has awoken that side of him, which apparently the jail, as in Quillja's power, can't contain Quincy's. So Ichigo is also Quincy saying, you don't know about your mother. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of things to talk about this. Now, I have some spoilers regarding this. I'm not gonna mention them throughout the episodes over here. Like I said, I have a bunch of random spoilers on the series, of course, with also missing some context. I know some bankais and things like that, but I'm gonna dodge every spoiler that I know. And yeah, this is gonna be a very, very interesting one. Finally, Ichigo knows that he's also part Quincy. Of course, he's still in denial, but that's gonna come with time. Now, Yaoch uses this Qualqueris technique. I felt like he kind of used like Quincy and Valkyries together, the name for this technique. And while I like the animation and everything there, I feel like the best thing they have done during that scene was the timing of the song. When it came in exactly, just felt so good with Ichigo being surrounded, Yaoch trying to stab him again there. He was winning that fight. Like, Ichigo was not about to win the fight. Yaoch was in full control of the fight, but the song did so much there for that scene. But they ran out of time. That shadow thing started leaving their bodies, calling them back home, because apparently they are limited with how much they can stay outside to the Wanderlicht. Which brings another set of questions. But what I liked, one of my favorite things in the episode, besides all of the insanity and everything, Aizen still being Aizen, even getting to Yaoch. That small moment they were together, he messed with Yaoch's senses, especially with time, which made him mistime his plans there and the attack, and he had to leave Ichigo behind. And Hashwalt, the guy that's always around Yaoch, kind of knew, which made me curious. How did this guy figure out, or was he able to, I don't understand Aizen's power? Was he kind of very similar with what Aizen did against Yamamoto's Bankai to seal it with, I forgot that Arankar's name, the childlike that wasn't very intelligent one, kind of very similar to that? I don't know, but yeah, Hashwalt knew about Aizen powers, even though he didn't tell Yaoch, saying no, nothing could have stopped you there. Now they want to leave, and this is where something very interesting happens. Ichigo tries to stop them, but Hashwalt breaks his sword, like literally just breaks his sword, and very easily, considering how powerful Ichigo is, this guy kind of was like, hey, this is a nice twig sword over here you have, would be bad if something happened to it, and just breaks it. And what Yawach said, I'll come back for you, heal and wait, my son born in the dark. Now I'm sure everybody knows Yawach is not Ichigo's father, but probably considers all the Quincy's his son. Now, we have a ton of questions relating to Ichigo's mother, and Ishin is gonna have a lot of answering to do, which I feel like this conversation needed to happen for years, more and more years, and even with Uryu's father. So many people know a lot of things that they haven't said anything throughout the entire series. Now, I love Bleach. This episode, again, very, very good episode. I'm having so much fun with the series, but here I'm gonna talk about something not related to this, well, a bit related to this episode, but it can be considered some spoilers after this arc. So if you wanna stop here, I totally understand it, but be warned, there are some spoilers here. Now, the next arc with Bleach, with the manga and everything has been confirmed with the Hell arc. Now, it's a bit related to this episode that I wanted to talk about. We finally got a full reveal of how they look, the original captains, and yeah, those captains felt just insane. How they look like completely deranged. Now, that's a war zone Soul Society right there. Now, the question I want to ask you guys, is that arc also gonna get animated? Now, I know I'm being greedy, we finally have Bleach back, I should be more than thankful, which I am, don't get me wrong, but what if we get more after this arc? Why not? Just give me the Hell arc also. I know it's still ongoing, but hey, one can only hope. We had like 10 years or however long it was since Bleach last aired. Now it's finally back. Why not have some more? Just imagine even the final Hell arc being animated. Now, I really like how the captains look. Ugh, I need more Bleach in my life, and I'm happy we're at least getting some more. So yeah, insane episode here, and the spoilers a bit. So yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. I'm curious what you guys thought about the episode, the death of Yamamoto, one of the most influential people in the history of Soul Society, really the end of an era, and also the big reveal that happened this episode with Ichigo and his princely heritage. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode and also the new arc. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Bleach. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye.